Possession horror might be my favorite subgenre of horror ever. So if you like them and if you also feel like you've seen all the classics and seen every possession movie there is, here's some that I think are super underrated and deserve more recognition. First up is The Shrine. This movie came out in 2010 and it's about this group that goes to this like remote village in Poland or some shit to investigate the mysterious disappearances of a bunch of people. And they find out there is something much more sinister going on in this little town, and there is this demon statue or shrine. And let's just say, if you look at this shrine, it will end very badly for you. I never hear anybody talk about this movie, and I think it is so good and so underrated. It's not currently streaming anywhere for free, but if you search it on YouTube, you'll find it. Godless, The Eastfield Exorcism. This is one that my friend Justin found, and I heard about it through him. This one is really fucked up because it's based on a true story and it's about this woman and her husband is convinced that she's possessed and he forces her to undergo this treatment by this like religious cult, we can call it. And the way it ends is just really horrific. And again, it's inspired by true events, so it just makes it even worse. And you can watch this one on Tubi. Cleansing Hour. This is one that I've talked about before, mainly because our horror king Kyle Gallner is in it. This one puts like a modern twist on your typical exorcism story because it's about these two guys who stage an exorcism to live stream for views, but it ends up taking a really bad turn. Really great, super underrated, and you can watch this one on Shudder. Also on Shudder, Anything for Jackson. This one is about these grandparents who lose their grandson and they are willing to go to extreme lengths to get him back. This is another one that it just takes a really bad turn for them and it ends up spiraling into this crazy series of events. It just gets really out of control for everybody involved. And again, this one's on Shudder. Highly recommend it. Starry Eyes. This one is especially creepy if you believe in some weird shit that goes on in Hollywood. Because this one is about this aspiring star and she moves to Hollywood to make it big. And she ends up having to do some really nefarious shit to achieve fame. This ends up being one of those mind fucks where like you don't really know what's real, what's not. And this one is also on Shudder, but it is also for free on Tubi if you don't have Shudder. Finally, I think this one is a bit better known, but this is one of my personal favorites, so I will talk about it any chance I get, but The Possession from 2012. I love this one because it's not your typical Catholic possession story. This one is about a Dybbuk box. And honestly, this one has moments that truly scared the shit out of me, and you can watch this one on Peacock.